I always wanted to join the military, be a veteran, a patriot, a flag raiser. So when I turned 18, I joined the Marines and became an infantryman. We deployed to Fallujah, Iraq in March of 2006, and what I saw there, it changed my life forever. Now I'm one of the 13,000 Gulf War veterans that reside in Rhode Island. This is not my story. This is our story.
Name's Thomas Gingerella, and I was a specialist with the 115th Military Police Company. We're a National Guard unit out of Rhode Island.
On the street, I wouldn't think that Tom Gingerella and I would have too much to talk about. He's 20 years older than I am, and we have seemingly different interests. But you know, Tom and I have more in common than I would have thought. We're both Rhode Island combat veterans.
As a local unit, Rhode Island has a plethora of military police and artillery units. And knowing, that when you put the uniform on, there's always a chance that something could happen. If anything did happen, I didn't want to be way behind the lines, chucking artillery rounds from a distance. I wanted to be either near the lines or in a support unit that was near the lines, so I figured the MPs would be better. We were more like a family.
Okay.
115th was more like a 150-member family than the active duty units, because active duty units, it's very, it was all by the book.
All work, no play kind of thing?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, all work, no play, it's a good way to describe it.
Great. Oh, yeah. Whoa, feel that! Yeah, baby!
Guys that have been over to Kuwait the first time pretty much presume we're going to go to Kuwait, we're going to do 90 days of port duty, and want to come home. So that's pretty much what I figured it was going to be. We got our orders that we're finally going to go up into Iraq and start doing convoy escorts. So we picked up a convoy and crossed into Iraq for the first time through Safwan, I think was the name of the town, on the Iraq-Kuwaiti border. And the people were just, they were nice, they were friendly. It's kind of comical, actually, because if you ever saw the movie Three Kings, it was extremely similar to that. You had some people yelling, George Bush, USA, I love a George Bush. They were great, they really were. Initially, on our way up to Baghdad, we didn't encounter any hostilities at all. We went up into Baghdad, just outside of Bayap, Baghdad International Airport. We set up our own little talk. I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what the commander called it. We all refer to it as Camp FAQ, F-A-H-Q, FAQ. We were told at some point we can't fly the American flag. So we did the next best thing. We flew the Rhode Island flag. Stayed there for, a couple of weeks, I guess, before our commander said we're going to be heading west, about 30 miles west, for a 12 to 15 day mission. A little place called Fallujah. Nobody'd ever heard of it at the time. Sounded like a nice place, so 12, 15 days, big deal. So we pretty much packed for a couple of weeks and headed out to Fallujah, and that's where the fun began.
The town of Fallujah is getting smoked right now. And we'll be going in there tomorrow morning and do house to house, room to room. This ought to be good.
I remember actually talking to him for about maybe 3 minutes, telling him, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, and how you doing type thing. Little did I know that was going to be the last time I ever saw him. Still remember that day. unless of course there was some way that I could change things that happened. You can't do that, so. But yeah, it sucks that you don't know when you're talking to somebody. That's gonna be the last time you see them. It sucks. We were finally in Rhode Island, off the plane, done. And what a relief. It's kind of weird when I decided to try to go back to my job. I found out that I had been fired way back in, I think it was April, when we were in Iraq.
Were you notified about that?
No,
or?
They knew where I was going, and you know, it's supposedly federal law. They have to hold your job while you're going in. You accrue any seniority. That's according to federal law. It's not according to actual practice. However, I got, I believe it was Major General Dunn. I brought it to his attention. He made a couple phone calls, got me my part-time job at the prison back. That's what we had gone through. We didn't really expect to go through a very severe bout of any type of PTSD. So it didn't, like I said, it really didn't bother us that we didn't get so much in depth before we left, because we weren't really expecting any problems. I have dreams that I'll just open my eyes, I'll wake up, I'll look around, realize I'm at home, and I'll go back to sleep. I still think an awful lot about guys that we lost. I'm the president of the Student Veterans of America, Rhode Island College chapter. John is the regional director. And we set in on this was a nationwide thing, so it was an internet type seminar. You couldn't interact with it, so you had to basically listen to these guys, these experts. A 2-hour thing that we sat through, and at least a good 45 minutes was dedicated to how the staff and faculty would be able to recognize a PTSD-stricken veteran and prevent your Virginia Techs and your Northern Illinois psychopath type. I mean, I was disgusted. I'm listening to this crap and it's bullshit. First off, Virginia Tech, Northern Illinois, Columbine, I don't give a flying crap where you go. All these big incidents that happen, not a single fucking one of them was a vet. And these people are trying to get through to the faculties of the colleges, the fact that because of the new GI Bill, you're going to get an influx of veterans. So here are some of the things you need to look out for and things you need to recognize as being a symptom of PTSD, because you know these people are coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan, and basically they're saying, not so many words, but they're saying, hey, these guys are unstable, but you got to give them an education because they earned it, but you know, watch your back. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Excuse my French, but we're people. We're Joe from down the street, Steve from the next town over, the guy you went to school with, the girl you went to school with. If people would actually just sit and talk to a vet, 10 minutes. What's 10 minutes out of your life? You sit down, have a coffee with a vet. Just ask them, you know, how are you?
My name is John Powers. I